want to see how I got these braids? Keep on watching. Jumping straight into it, I already pre-parted my hair down the middle and I split these sections in half. I added these two pieces just to make it cute. And I'm using the Outre Expression hair in the color 1B. This is 42 inches. I don't know if this is gonna be too long, we'll see. I really wanted something quick and easy that will last hopefully 2 weeks, maybe a week. So I'm gonna take this down. I use mainly Shine and Jam, the yellow jar with honey extract for just to flatten my hair. And I use a little bit of Wetline Extreme Gel. Not too much though, because I don't want my hair to revert like crazy. This might be a little ghetto, don't judge me. So I did pre-part my hair and I put it on a hanger just so I can have my sections ready to go. I kind of want one of those braiding racks. Take my Tangle Teaser and I'm going to brush out this section and make sure that it is fully detangled and smooth, and then split it up into 3 parts. I'm going to do feed-ins. I'm actually going to take a little bit of Shine and Jam just to smooth this out at the top, so it's not too many flyaways, just focusing this on the top. And even though I did not show myself pre-parting my hair, make sure that you look left, right, up, down. It should not be too tight on the back of your head. So I'm gonna start my braid. I'm just gonna braid down maybe 3 times. That sounds good. Keeping it pretty tight. And before I take my right hand and put it underneath, I'm going to take a piece of hair, try to hold it in the middle and put it behind the first 2 pieces. And my left hand, now my left hand is holding the left piece, the middle piece. I'm gonna take the right piece and go behind the middle, locking it in place. Now the middle piece doesn't have any braiding hair. I'm gonna take another piece, add it in to the middle. So now that all 3 legs have a piece of hair added to it, and keep braiding down. And towards the end, I'm gonna add my last piece. And I'm gonna add some more Shine and Jam to the very ends of my hair to really blend it in. And I'm just gonna braid all the way down. I'll show you guys better when I get closer to the front. Okay, we're back. I know it's kind of hard to see, but I do have another tutorial on how to do my knotless braids with colored hair. But I already put Shine and Jam at my roots, and I split this up into 3 sections. Always keep my first leg of hair in my left hand, like in my palm. The middle piece is always pinched, and the right piece is always loose, or it's under my pinky when I'm about to braid. And I'm gonna be braiding towards this way, so it's not covering my face. I don't want it to hang right here. I want it to hang like kind of off to the side, like past my eyebrow. So I'm gonna take my right piece and go underneath the middle, and I grab it with my middle finger. I unpinch and I hold it in my right hand, and when I unpinch the middle piece, I pinch the new middle piece right here, and I make sure I'm holding that taut, and then I let go of the left piece, go under the middle, and I pinch the new middle piece like that. And when I'm ready to add hair, I just let go of the right piece. Either I put it off to the side or I put it under my pinky finger. I take my first piece and I put it underneath. I lift up the middle piece, open up my hand and grab it, and I push it up so it's as close to the braid as possible. I put my right hand down, I readjust my pinch, make sure everything is nice and tight. Take my right piece and go under. And I make sure I hold everything tight so it doesn't get crisscross applesauce and lost in the sauce. So now the left leg doesn't have any hair. I bring it to the middle, take the right piece, put it away, grab a new piece of hair and put it underneath. Bring that right piece back. Now all 3 legs have a piece of hair, and I keep on braiding. And the best way that I can explain when I know when to add new hair is because one of these legs is going to feel thinner or it's going to lose its thickness. And I make sure that thinner piece is in my left hand when I'm ready to add a new piece. And really don't be afraid if anything feels too bulky or if it feels off. Go ahead and take the braid down and start over. It's not the end of the world. And when I get closer to the end, that's when I know I'm ready to add my last piece. And as you can see, this leg is thinner and this leg is pretty thin. This is pretty thick, so I'm going to add the piece between these 2. I'm going to move the right leg out of the way and grab my last piece of braiding hair. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'm going to add it directly behind, so it's connected like that, and I keep it nice and close. Take my right piece, put it behind the middle, and I like it to blend in a way that you don't see when it's added. Now that I'm at the very end, I'm gonna take just a little bit of Shine and Jam and add it to my actual hair and kind of mush it to the braiding hair so it's as seamless as possible. If you're working on curly hair and not blow dried hair but you want to blend better, this is what you do. And then you can also like cover your actual hair with the braiding hair if it was a thicker piece. And I add the Shine and Jam to each leg as I'm braiding down. And the way to cover is to take a piece of the braiding hair, spread it and drape it over your actual hair so that you can't really see it. And this just helps to have less flyaways. And if you don't want to use shine and jam, your hair is sticking out, you can always use bobby pins as well. So I'm gonna braid this all the way down. I've added some perm rods to the end of these two just for a little bit more oomph, you know. And as you can see, out of the three, this one is getting skinnier. I try not to borrow hair until I get to the very end. So I want the braid to look as seamless as possible. I'm not gonna lie, so far I'm liking how this is looking. I might make this shorter. I gotta see where my hair stops at. I think it stopped like right here. So we'll see. So I'm gonna show you the last big section. Make sure that it is fully detangled. Split it up into 3 even parts, and I add a little bit of shine and jam to each part, mainly focusing at the top for the flyaways. I just rub it in. I don't have to brush it in. Okay, I have my braiding hair lined up in front of me. I'm gonna make sure that I get my hands together. Again, having the third leg in the palm of my hand, pinching the centerpiece and holding the right leg in my right hand. My right hand go under, left hand go under, right under. And before the left goes under, I'm gonna take a piece of braiding hair. I did say at the beginning that I'm gonna braid down like 3 to 4 times. I didn't like the way that first braid looked, so I would suggest 1 to 2 times to have the braiding hair pieces be kind of close together. I have the first 3 kind of close together, and the last one I add towards the end. I add the braiding hair, I push it up, make sure everything is readjusted. This piece doesn't have any braiding hair. I go under the middle. Before I have this piece go under, I move it to the side and take my next piece, add it in underneath, grab the right piece, make sure everything's readjusted. I like to make sure my braid is facing forward. And then I go underneath. This piece in my left hand is skinnier, so before I have this piece go over, I add in my third piece, make sure I readjust my hands so I know what I'm holding before I continue braiding. Again, if you ever get confused, start over. Make sure that I look at it. It's so much better to start over than to get all the way down to the bottom and then you have to start over anyway because you don't like it. It just saves you so much trouble. Okay, I'm ready to add in my last piece. Take some more shine and jam, and I'm gonna cover up my natural hair. Make sure I squish it to the braiding hair so there's no flyaways, nothing sticking out. Cover it up a little bit, and I make sure I add shine and jam to all 3 legs. Braid down, shine and jam, make sure everything is squished in place, nothing is sticking out. I don't know if you can see it, but as I'm braiding, I'm making sure I'm smoothing it down. It will lay flat when it's time for me to boil the ends, but until then, I try to make sure that everything is still not too knotted. I want to make sure I can see all 3 legs. Nothing is worse than having it tangle into a knot at the bottom. That is so annoying. As you can see here, this middle piece is the smallest piece, so I'm going to take my left side, go under, right side, go under. Before I move this piece under, I'm going to scoop some extra hair and then move it under, and that's how I borrow from each side. And I'm the type of person who likes to braid all the way down to the end. You don't have to, but I like to braid all the way down to the end, and then I'll cut whatever length I want my hair to be. And when I get to my desired length, I'm going to take a little bit of mousse. It doesn't matter what mousse it is. I'm going to coat the end of the braid, and I'm going to take my perm rod and wrap the end of my braid to help create the curl when I boil my ends. And the mousse just helps the braiding hair stick to the roller better. And when I secure it, I make sure I go over the braid and not under it. And there you go. I'm gonna do this braid off of camera. I'm gonna dip my ends and I'm gonna show you guys the final look. I'm so excited. And this is the final look. Isn't this so cute? The double braids and the curls at the ends. Ooh. Just for reference, they are this long. They stop right here. This took, child, I don't even remember. I think 2 hours. Let's just say 2 hours, maybe 3. 2.5 hours, 2 packs out of that 3-pack bundle that I showed you guys. This was super quick, super easy. Hopefully this will last me a good 2 weeks. I feel like I could wear them as buns if I really wanted to, or I could like put it into like a high ponytail. I don't know, but this is super cute. Hopefully my tutorial wasn't too complicated. Like, why have 2 boring pigtails when you could have double? Like, this is so cute. I love how this turned out, and my hair is flat. Makeup is done. Period. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Give this video a thumbs up, a like, comment down below, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye.